Okay, so in the last tutorial we taught you how to do image cropping or image size change to the canvas. Image size change to the canvas and taking off the canvas size and the image size. So there's one thing I want to teach is this third one down. It's the crop feature. So once we have something live on, so let's say we do a live and then we have a place. You always want to choose place embedded. Let's say we have this picture, which is in here, okay? And we have that there. Okay, so if I have a picture here and it's not, and they're like, okay, we want it to that size or something like that, I could use the crop tool a lot, which is what I use a lot more than the image and canvas size. The only time I'll use the canvas size if I'm in here and I want to add more canvas to the top or the bottom or to the sides. If I want to add more, I'll use canvas size. If I want to add. If I want to delete from what I have, I'll always use the crop. So here's the crop tool right here. So we'll click on that. And I want to talk about the crop tool. So when you hover over top of it, you've got the crop section, and you have this. When you right click, you have clear ratio, reset crop, rotate crop box, and all these different things. So up here, when you look at the top, this bar right here always goes with the settings that your tool is. So if my tool's here, it'll have the Band-Aid settings, the paintbrush settings, the crop settings, the finger settings. So you can see this bar right here is your active tool settings. This is your active tool settings bar underneath all of this. So when we go to crop, you can see this should always be set to ratio. And then this is your width pixels, and this is your height pixels. So width and height. So what you want to do is go, basically, let's say this is all wrong. So what we want to do first is clear the ratio. Once we clear the ratio, all this goes away up here at the top, but it still looks the same because we haven't reset the crop. If I go like this, I can move it now. I can move it up or down. But what I want to do is just hit reset crop, and that brings me the crop marks to the actual size of the canvas. Okay, so we can do this. We can not hold the shift button down, and we can change this crop to anything we want. We can change this one, which moves it this way. And this one moves it this way. This one moves it up and down. So get to know what those mean. Now if I have it like this, and I hit my shift key and hold my shift key down, and then I go like this, it keeps the proportion of the crop of what I have. So what I want to do here is make this crop the same as this image in the background. So let's hit reset crop, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it in, and you'll feel it snap actually. There's a snap feeling that you'll feel, and it'll stop right where that is. You'll be dragging, and then you'll feel it like, or you'll see it like give a halt. Like I could keep going, but it'll snag a little bit, and you'll get to learn how to do that. So now we have this, and then all we got to do is double click on the inside, and it crops to that size. Now undo crop. There's another way. So we could be like 800 up here by 600. So you see where I put in 800 by 600, and we can crop to it. So if they say, hey, this image size has to be 800 by 600, you know, we can clearly see that this image is not 800 by 600. So we could go here and put 800 by 700, or hold on, 800 by 500. And now we can see that it still isn't that size, so it's probably 800 by 550. Anyway, we'll scoot it around, and what you're going to have to do is, you can't crop, if they need to show all of the thing, you can't crop this like that. If you crop it, it'll cut off all the other stuff. So let's hit edit, step backwards, and what we're going to do is put that crop back in there, and then we're going to hit don't crop, and we're going to take this picture with the show transform controls up here. Make sure that's checked, because that's your box, and we're going to just make it a little smaller. That's what I kind of do when I'm dealing with this, and then I'll bring it like that. I'll hit place, and then I'll hit my crop. So it's all in my lines, and then this says 800 by 550, I'll hit crop. Then what I'll do is I'll go here and just make it the size of it that it needs to be. And there could be some bottom or some top, and I'll kind of center it in, and I might actually add some fade or some color at the bottom and the top, just to, you know, just to make it fit the proportions. That's a little bit more advanced, but that's basically the crop tool. What I want to show you, so let's say we had this, and they said, you know, we need to bring this to, let's bring this back out to this. If they want to show this whole thing, the thing you're going to have to do is not worry about your crop size. You're just going to have to, and you can't leave these with numbers in there and expect to do this, because if you try to shrink it, it'll keep it the same. Now I could chop off a little bit at the top, and if you click in there and you move your up arrow and down arrow and side arrows, it will, as long as you're clicked in here, it will allow you to do this type of stuff. So that's that. But I want to reset the crop, and I have this, and I just want to bring it in. So I click it, snap it, and crop. Now I can, from here, go up to my image and my image size, and now I can change this image size. So if they said the width can only be 600 pixels, I'll go in here, and remember that this has to be clicked. Okay, that's the length. So I go to 600 pixels wide, and it just changed it to 400. So I'll hit OK. So now I know that this image size is 600 by 400. So that's how I manipulate image sizes with crops and things like that.